All right, so here is a replay of April 2nd, and I'm just showing you guys a practical way of using the large order dots and everything all combined, right? So this is the 4 hour zone right here, and we're in bearish and strong sell at the moment. This is 6 a.m. So this is a new 4 hour candle. Basically, we're looking for the first um arrows that break down when the new zone starts. So that's right here. Okay. So what we're going to want to do is put our volume profile tool right on our first swing. So is that a swing? This is a swing right here. This is a high, right? Swing high here. And then we have a swing low here from where it broke through on the arrow zones there. So we're going to put our profile tool there, and that's going to go ahead and calculate. And then there we are. Now we have a buy line here, sell line here, and then we have our point of control here, or VAH, VAL, whatever you want to call it. This is our volume, and then this is the delta on that level. So the buyers delta, basically the buying side of delta took control of this level, and then selling took control of these levels. So you can see which one won. Now the biggest level we have here is right here at this price. So we could literally just draw a line there, and we'll know just going forward that right there is the we need to pay attention to that, right? And then we have our point of control. Obviously, we need to pay attention to that. And what we're looking for is a pullback, right? So we're looking at edge pulse, and we're going to use edge pulse and the 4 hour zone to kind of help us determine if the pullback is over. And since we got our arrows down and we got our red right here, and this is on a 5-minute setting, by the way, should be anyways. So we're looking at edge pulse, yep, on 5 minutes. FLB, or this is set to 0.15%, and then FLB is set to 4 hour. Large order is 25. And then I have my dots. That's just the size that I like, minimum and maximum, so you can control that. And white is going down, and then the other color is going up, whatever that is. It's like a teal. And that's just what I have set personally. Now, we're looking for a pullback. So we want to see price, and it's already started to. Price has come up over the zone, the FLB zone right here. See that? But we're holding on on the edge pulse. We're not breaking through the zero line there. And so as we move, price is moving forward, we're looking for an entry, right? So I'm going 10x speed just so we can see what's going on, maybe 20 just to speed it up a little bit. And we're looking for a trend shift breakdown after the pullback, honestly. And okay, so there we go. We're still getting pull up. We're getting white volume. So those are large sell orders that are coming in at that price. Now these price levels right here, this is the actual price where that happened. It's not just on the candle. Okay, so we have found ourselves an entry right here. This is going to be where we want to get into the market. So we're selling at that right line right there, and then we're going to take profits at the institutional zone. We want to put our stop loss above the value, and then we're going to let this run. Okay. And we have our large order sells. We have our trend shift break. We are under point of control. We did just reject that delta line. See that wick into that delta line right there that I'm showing right here, the biggest one on there. You come over here and look, there it is. And it just wicked into it. There's a lot going on here saying we should be trying to sell this. So we're getting into the short here, and we will try to get to the institutional zone down there, our ladder level. And let's see what happens. If we get any white dots, we will add into this. And I don't want to go too fast in case oh, there we go. There's it. So I'm going to add into that right there. And there now I'm in my full position that I'd want to be in for this trade. And we're going to see what happens. Let's speed it up a little so we don't wait too long. Oh, we don't want max. Oh, maxed out and target was hit. And we are good to go. That is a way that you can get into these institutional zones using our volume profile tool here that we created, just like DeepCharts, where it shows the delta on the left, volume on the right. Then we have our trend shift we have our large orders, we have our institutional, and we have our 4 hour zones. If you have any
So let's
questions,
just do a breakdown on my settings real quick.
I'm using so we'll just go over the indicators. I'm using the FLB large order dots. I'm on the 1 minute and I'm on NQ or MNQ 25, 10, 30, 0.6, and then here's my coloring. Okay. You need to change this for what time frame you're going to execute on and just see what makes sense. Because the order volume and contracts that are being placed are going to be different on each time frame. So you just need to find what you like and then um set it there, and then I save that as a template as default so that I don't have to keep messing with it. Then FLB, I'm just using the 4 hour zone here. So we're looking for trades to interact with the 4 hour candle, which is a lot of what CRT traders are using is a 4 hour candle to get into trades. And then that's the 4 hour zone, and then just coloring and everything's the way you want. I'm using order flow zones because I want to see the coloring of the zone based on the footprint chart in Delta. And that's how that works. And then if it's yellow, there's a divergence. So it just lets you, gives you information, just color based information to know that, hey, something's not right or something's not aligned. But the order flow is using footprint charts to color the FLB zone. So that's how that works. And then our trend shift, I'm using percent reversal and then 0.15. That's all that matters for these. If you go into percent reversal, I'm not using the high time frame breakout, which you would use this right here to do that. I'm using that message mode right there. And then that's just the sensor for trade shield. Edge pulse, I'm using the 5 minutes on the high time frame. And then institutional ladder obviously is just standard. And you don't have to have fills on if you don't want, but that's that. So those are the settings that I'm using. Now, as far as the volume profile settings, I'm using 5 for my rows, 6.68, and then 20. And then, I don't have the extend arrays on or anything. And I have that saved as a default as well. And so I don't have to keep messing with it. So that is just it for the settings. And I forgot to put that in the video. So I'm sending this, I'm just editing this into the end. All right. Have a good one.